everyone, welcome to my nookery. My name is Linda and we are on knitting podcast number 7. So I hope everybody's been well and you've had a good week. I've got quite a few knitting whips to share with you today, and I have actually got one finished project, and I want to talk about future projects that I have that I want to talk to you about as well. Just bear with me 1 minute. So where do I start? The finished project, I think. So I've made another pair, well August I made another pair, but I made a pair of shorty vanilla socks, and this is using the turtle pearl sock yarn that I had left over after I made Jeannie's socks. So I've made these are going to be a Christmas gift for my friend, and I didn't do too bad, guys, on the matching of them. If you can see, I didn't do too bad matching the yarn. Can you see? I'm really proud of myself, actually. So that is one finished project. I have got quite a number of whips. I've got a number of patterns that I want to talk about future projects. So the next thing that I want to share with you is I'm making a sweater for my best friend, and she liked this yarn, so I've actually done the back, and it's in a knit 2 purl 2 pattern. So it starts, so I've done the front and I've shaped the front and that, and I'm using Premier puzzle yarns. This is a bulky 5 and 228 yards. It's 100% acrylic, guys, and that's the way it knits up, which is more or less what I've shown you. What colour is this? This colour is called Crossword. I'll show you the pattern that I'm using. It's a pattern that I've had for a while. It's by James C. Brett, and I'll put a link below, and this is a chunky, which is a bulky 5, and I'm actually a few rows away from, sorry, I keep looking at the other part of the camera instead of at the camera. I've got it stuck now. So I've got it in my little handmade, I made this many years ago, project bag, and this is what I've done on the sleeve. So I've got a couple more rows to do, and then I start shaping the sleeve, and it's coming out really good. So they're all my stitch markers for me increasing, and I always stitch mark just to make sure that the sleeves are both equal. But that's the way I work, that's the way I roll. And I'm using 5mm for the cuff, and then I go up to the 6mm. So that is whip number 1. Whip number 2 is my Lenora wrap by Wool Elf, which is, I do believe, a Belgian, are they Austrian? I think they're Austrian, if I'm not mistaken. I always get it wrong. So this is what I'm making. And it's called the Lenora wrap, and the beauty of this, guys, is it's all knit. Even so it's really nice to make. I'll show you what I've done. There's 68 rows in the pattern, and you have to do the pattern 6 times. I've nearly, not quite, finished the first pattern. So as you can see, I'll bring it up closer. So you increase on one side and you decrease on the other side. So the pattern will look like, let me see if I can find where it is, the shape of it. No, that's not it. There it is. So that's the shape of the wrap. What does it say? Knitting direction. So you knit that way up. So yep, so you have the same amount of stitches on every row, so I'm quite enjoying that. So pick it up and put it down as and when. Again, the yarn I'm using is this one, and as you can see the colours, and it's called Ocean Breeze. It's 80% merino and 20% silk, and it was really, really nice to work with, guys. Really nice. It just slides off the knitting needle, really does. And yeah, so I know I've had this on my needles for a while, but it's just something that I can pick up and put down, like with all our projects, isn't it, guys? So, and at the end of the day, there's no rush, but I really enjoy making this. I'm enjoying making this. Really nice, and especially as there's no pale rose. Mind you, saying that, guys, I really I enjoy doing pale. It's just part of knitting, really, isn't it? I mean, we all have our likes and dislikes. What's the next one I should want to show you? Oh, the next one has been on my list on my needles for a while as well, and this is the Lacy 8 by Valentina Bogdanova. There we go. All the links to these projects, guys, I will put in the description box below. I'm actually using Hobie's Twister yarn for this. I'm on chart 3 now, so I've not got far to go, and this is the first 100 gram, and I've still got plenty left, as you can see, and I'm really liking how this is turning out. Let me just get it to this. There we go. So it looks really nice on. I'm really, really pleased. I love the neckline. I really do love the neckline. You need a lot of concentration for the pattern, and as you see, I've got lots and lots of my place markers. But I pick this up and I do a few rows and put it down, and then do a few rows and put it down and that. But as I say, there's no rush. But I'm enjoying doing that. And I got this in this knitting bag, which I got off Amazon. Really good, lots of pockets and things like that, so I really like this, and I can just pick this up and just go with it, really. Yeah, so that's them two. The next sweater that I'm making is the Whitmore by Amy Loudon, and I've just started this week. I've just literally put this on my needles this week. Really nice, easy pattern to follow. You've got your charts and you've got the written. So I do kind of a combination. I follow the chart and check the written pattern as well. And for this, I'm using 2 yarn. Well, it's the same yarn, but I'm using 2 colours. So this colour, which is like a marl grey, I'm using for the cuffs, for the collar, the cuffs on your sleeves and at the base, so I'm using this. And then for the body, I'm using this colour. They are, if I can find my, where's my, oh, there we are. They are Earth yarns, and I got this at my local yarn shop, Black Sheep Wools here in Warrington. It's called monochrome cotton, and it's really nice to knit with. It's hand dyed mercerized cotton, made in Turkey. There's 275 yards at 100 grams and 3.75 to 4mm needle. And I like it that it says knit one, plant one. Earth Yarn plants a tree in Africa for each skein sold in partnership with Trees for the Future. When people learn how to give back to the land gives back to them. Knit tone, plantone. And this is recycled paper, which is really, really nice. And the colour for this one is, I believe this one's 1224, and the other colour is, let me see, 1223. So they kind of work well together, and I'll show you what I've done so far. I've actually, there we go. So as you can see, I've made a start on the pattern. You can't really see it, but I thought I wanted I'm into grey this for some unknown reason. I'm really liking my greys and I wouldn't say it's a black, it's more of a charcoal. Can you see? Hope you can see the pattern. So it's really, really nice to knit with. So as you can see, they were put on my needles this week. And I saw Tracy from Woolen Wishes, and she'd actually made this sweater, and I saw it and I thought I really, really like that. I don't think I'd do the sleeves like they are. I kind of like a more fitted sleeve, so I'll have to play around with the decreasing, but I've made a start, and I'm using my Knit Pro needles that hubby bought me this year for, you know, he bought me that big box of Knit Pro, what are they, interchangeable. So yeah, so that's what I'm making with that one. And again, it's in my knitting bag that I got off Amazon. I'm being quite busy, so what else have I got to talk about? So I've done the the socks. I've done the wrap. Right, okay, so this is another one that Tracy from Wool Wishes had done, and it's the end of summer hat by Justin Lukowska, and that's the pattern. I've got a better, there we go, better picture of the pattern. And I have got my little bag which I bought from Tracy, Crafty Valentine, and I will put the link below to her Etsy shop. It's really nice, and it just holds it, and that's my notions tin. That's what you can hear. So for this I decided to use my ice yarn, silk merino hand dyed. It's a 2-way 3mm needle, knitting needle. It's 80% superwash merino and 20% silk. With ice yarns, they don't give you numbers or colours, so I'm using these colours. So this is gold is my main, and this is for the flowers. And I'll show you what I've done so far. Really nice to knit with. And this is the first bit of colour work that I've done in quite a while, and I'm hoping you can see I've done the first 6, I think it's a 6-row pattern repeat, and I'm sure, and I think they go really, really well together. What do you think of the colours? I quite like the colours, and it's really nice to knit with, guys, really nice. So that is going to be my my end of summer hat, and I think I've got enough yarn, I've enough of this yarn to make maybe a cowl with it, but I do like that. So I'm really, really pleased, and it feels really nice to knit with, and that. And once I got into the rhythm of using the both yarns together, just flowed, guys. It's, you know, I'm being really careful. I'm quite pleased with the back as well. Look at the back, how neat that looks. Quite pleased with my little self, to be honest. I am. So that is that. So thank you, Tracy. That's 2 things I've copied you with. Sorry. But I just saw them, and I saw what Tracy had done, and I thought I really, one, I want to do colour work. I want to do more colour work. And I thought, well, if I do a small project, that will kind of lead me into, I didn't want to bite off more than I could chew. You know, I wanted to be able to do the do a small project and build up my skills. Just another thing, I got some inside the bag, there's like a ring for your stitch markers, which is a brilliant idea. So thank you, I really love this bag. Thank you. Right, I think I've got one more to show you, and this is my bag that I purchased this week from Siobhan Crafts, and I am using the yarn that I purchased. I purchased the yarn that went with this bag, which was called Queen Bee, 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. I'm using, and this is the colour when it was all caked up. And I did do a video about Siobhan Crafts, which came out on Thursday, so if you want to go back and have a look for the Siobhan's Crafts and Small Yarn Haul, this is the Queen Bee, and I've cast it on and I've knitted the rib. I've nearly finished the rib, but I'm really liking how it's knitting up. Really nice yarn. Love the yarn, and loving the way the colours, with just a little specks of dark colours every now and then. Whoops. And I'm making Hermione's Everyday Socks by Erica Lauder and Dreams in Fibre. So that's the sock I'm making. So really, I always like to have socks on the go, guys. They're, you know, especially with us travelling backwards and forwards to the hospital at the moment. It's nice to just have something on the go while I'm in the car. And I tell you what, guys, I've really needed my knitting and crocheting this week. It's been quite a difficult week, actually. So moving on to, sorry about that, moving on to future projects. Now I found a knitting podcaster called Nancy from Knit Sip Happy, and I purchased a pair of hers, a sock pattern, which is called Smoke Gets in Your Eyes by Nancy Wheeler. She's known as Wheel's Wife on Ravelry, And so this is a future pair of socks that I want to make. And then Laura Ilaw, I found her on Ravelry. I spent quite a bit of time on Ravelry this week, guys. Really naughty. And this is called Sundogs by Fogbound Knits. But I really like that pattern. I like the way it. I'm not sure if you can see the back. I quite like the back. The way the back sits. So that's another future project. I've actually got the yarn. I'm waiting for the yarn for this one. I'm waiting for the yarn for this one to arrive. Is it a finger weight or a DK? I can't remember. Oh, it's a DK. So I'm waiting for the yarn for this to come. And then I did kind of make a start on that one. Frogged it, wasn't happy with it, so that's going on the back burner. And oh, there's another pair of socks. I bought another pair. Oh, there we are. I bought this sock pattern from Emma at Potter and Bloom. That's another sock that is going on my to do. And then this top as well. I quite like this one. I've not decided what I'm going to do with this. This is the Yumi by Isabel Kramer. And yeah, so I will put all the links to all these patterns in the description box below, guys. There's going to be a lot of information in the description box below of the patterns that of my wish list patterns. Oh, hold on. You know, I was talking about the end of summer hat with the, you know, the colour working. Well, the reason I'm doing that is because I'm leading myself up to making this sometime this year. Hopefully sometime this winter. Again, the sleeves, I won't make them that long. I don't really like sleeves that come up over my wrist. Don't like it. It annoys me. But that, I love this here. And this is a Cedar pattern, and I bought this from, where did I get this? I bought this from Black Sheep Wools. But I'll put all the links in the description box, so check out the description box, guys. There'll be some links to patterns that I want to do. I've really got into my knitting. I mean, at the end of the day, knitting was my first love. Been knitting a long time, and it's just lovely for me to find knitting podcasts. And because when I joined the fibre community in the October of 2020, it was predominant crochet that I kind of focused on. And then I met Gina from Knitting Turnpike, and she does a lot of knitting. She does crochet, but she does a lot of knitting. And so I thought, oh, I can introduce my knitting, and then it's just blown from there. So it's really nice for me. I mean, I love my crocheting as well, don't get me wrong. I mean, I've just finished making this mosaic blanket. I'm coming to the end of another mosaic blanket. I've done tutorials on crochet, and I have got playlist hashtag You Can Knit Too, where I teach you the basics of knitting as well. So I do like to have my knitting and my crocheting, because some days I just don't feel like picking up a pair of knitting needles, so I'll get my crocheting out, and vice versa. So yeah, and yeah, so it's really nice to have the ability to do both. And as I said in many other podcasts, my dad's got a lot to answer for. because my dad did teach me. So if you're new here, welcome. Thank you for joining my YouTube channel. If you've just popped in and you enjoy what I'm all about, then please consider hitting the subscribe button and the bell icon twice so that you get notifications of when I do my videos. I will be doing going forward, I'll be doing a knitting podcast every other week, every other Sunday. I record them on Saturdays and then I put them out on Sunday. I do 3 videos, well, including this, I do 3 videos a week, Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday, and I go live on a Wednesday. And I want to thank everybody for all your support, for all your prayers this week. It's meant an awful lot to both Rick and I. I'm not going to go into it, but yeah, it's been a difficult week, and I've got a long road ahead. I've got a long road ahead of me, and so keeping us in your prayers is muchly appreciated. I was going to say something. So I want to thank you all my new subscribers, welcome. All my existing subscribers, I wouldn't be where I am today without you, so thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. And I think that's all from me for today. Take care, stay safe, but more importantly, guys, as I always say, be kind to you. And until the next video, bye for now.